Okay, check it. The scene kicks off with Loki arriving in the lab with his evil smile to get the Tesseract. And I'm sorry, I gotta ask this real quick. Thanos, out of all people, you had to send Loki to get the job done and bring the Tesseract to you?
Yeah, boy.
But Nick Fury tells him, put down the spear, but Loki didn't listen to shit. He shoot at Fury's way, but Clint saved him, and not only that, he wiped everybody out except Fury, cause he's like that, no Metro Boomin, and he takes Hawkeye and Dr. Selvig as pawns. So Fury decided to escape, and Loki destroyed the entire base, killing innocent people. So Fury said it's time to create a super team to stop this threat. So later on, while Fury is recruiting his super team, Loki pulls up to a function, whacks a guard in the face, stab bro in the eye, and he got everyone dipping out in fear. But the people nowadays have no trust in the police at all, because they come to the rescue, but Loki blasts one, flipping it over like how I Show Speed does flips on his streams. But Loki decided to pull a move from TN's playbook someone like Stevie Wonder could see, spawning in clones, telling and yelling people to kneel. This man Loki has no street cred in his name, bro. He trying to have people remember his name like these.
One of Satan's greatest soldiers was King Von.
I am Loki. Y'all are broke, weak, and pathetic creatures. Who weak you say, nigga? Loki thought he could strike on the fear of people, but OG Graham standing on business. He wasn't buying into the bullshit Loki was yapping about. Loki wasn't having Grams talk back to him and decided to boom this man, but out of the shadows, Cap pops out and drops Loki down like a folded towel. Loki laid down on all fours in front of everyone?
Embarrassing.
And I ain't gonna lie, the design AJ made for this movie, low-key, he started being a certified gooner seeing Cap in action. I see you trying to take over the earth and become king. Go get yourself a crown at the medieval festivals, twin. Ah, you're out of time, soldier. I'm not the one who's out of time. Cap throws the assist lobby to Black Widow cause she pull up with the cannon. Loki, with your ugly ass outfit, time to hang up the villainry.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
But Loki wasn't trying to hear all of that, trying to do a no-look shot but misses badly. But Cap trying to bag Black Widow while she watching on the ship, throws the shield, catches it in a right. Loki turns back around and looking at Cap like,
Really, nigga?
Cap blocks, Loki knocks the shield and lands a rip shot, sending him flying. But clearly his prime has finally caught up to him, gets his shield knocked away, double weave and a rip shot, but gets smacked away like that coyote from Looney Tunes. Loki walks up to Cap and tells him,
Kneel before Christ!
But Cap was not about to get hoed like this, grabs the staff, jumps up and kicking the hell out of Loki, but that lasted longer than Ricky Davis's basketball career, throwing Cap across the street. And I know Black Widow watching this from above was like,
This nigga trash.
and while she trying to get the angles right, she hears music in the background and Iron Man pulled up and told her, hey Tasha, did you miss me?
Wish that was you, huh? Don't you buff yet?
Iron Man stops all that flirting, flies down and blasts Loki and lands on his back, giving him the Spider-Man treatment. This another reason why Iron Man is my favorite character, bro. Ironheart should take some notes from the GOAT. Iron Man ups the entire weaponry on Loki and he surrendered automatically. But trust me when I tell y'all this right now, it's gonna get even crazier from here.
Later.
So they transported Loki to the SHIELD headquarters, but on their way there, Black Widow peeps lightning and thunder came out of nowhere, and Loki looks shocked and Cap is confused, telling him,
Scared of a little lightning? I'm not overly fond of what follows.
Loki straight up is a L brother, bro, but that line was cold though, not gonna lie. Thor flies in and drops down on the jet, but Tony was on timing, opening the door to box. Thor drops down, walks up to Iron Man, whacks him with Mjolnir, sending him flying, grabs Loki by the neck and flies away. Thor and Loki's sibling relationship is so toxic, like Drea and Flight react, straight domestic abuse. So later on, Cap and Iron Man get back up and they like,
Definitely concerns me a little bit, you know what I mean? But, you know, I packed that thing too, so you come around this way, you will get caught.
and Cap was telling Iron Man,
We need a plan of attack! I have a plan. Attack.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga! You know nothing about that!
my goat. Iron Man flies away and Black Widow tells Cap, I think you should sit this one out. You gonna be free eats for Rod Wave at this point. But Cap didn't want to hear all of that, grabs the shield and jumps out the jet. Meanwhile, Thor and Loki argue like they're a married couple. Remember you ratted on me on some bullshit I did? I can never trust you, let alone be your brother. But Thor was done with the rage bait, calls for the hammer and about to slime out his own brother and trying to talk his way out of it. Listen, brother. I'm listening. Iron Man kicks Thor away, crashing down into the dirt, but Thor got back up like he the Undertaker. Don't touch me again, Metal Man. I'm Jeffrey Dahmer, cause you mine, bitch. Thor throws the hammer and decks Iron Man right into a tree. Bro, these Asgardians gotta love that no-look attack, just like Blackboy Max when he doesn't take showers. And Loki, watching this, being the A1 instigator that he is, cheesing like crazy. Thor winds up his hammer, but Iron Man sneaks him and kicks him through the tree. Thor thought Iron Man wasn't like that and decided to lock in. Calls in his hammer and summons lightning and blasting Iron Man, but all that did was charge up his battery. Like, did this Guardian realize that Iron Man's suit can absorb electricity? And I was watching this, I was thinking in my head,
hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Blasting Thor back, but Thor lands on his feet. As they both fly in, Iron Man tackles him through the trees. Like, why are you destroying Tarzan's home like this? He then pressed Thor into the mountain, gets elbowed and flies off the mountain and goes back directly into the forest, clearing the trees away. At least they are fighting somewhere empty like a Quavo concert. Tony and Thor are going back and forth with each other. Iron Man gets hit with the left, tried to hit Thor but gets his arm twisted and left arm grabbed. And then look at this, he squeezed Iron Man's suit like a plastic water bottle, gets flashbang, grabbed in a headbutt, but he headbutts right back, sending him tumbling. Iron Man flies in, grab and tossing Thor into a tree, but he eats that shit and gets back up. He runs in, weaves the uppercut, body shot, and a punch, grabs Iron Man and slams him in the ground, but Thor was ready to send Iron Man to a Bill Gates meet and greet. Calls him Mjolnir, about to finish him off, but he blasts out the way, tripping him, flies back in and lands a right, but right when they were gonna go at it, Cat steps in and stopping both of them. Thor, not gonna lie, you need a fresh cut, G. And Thor whacks Iron Man, sending him back to a tree. Thor was like, you want me to put the hammer down?
Oh, say less.
Jumps up, coming down, letting go a sonic boom, leveling the entire forest. And I know Tarzan will come seeing his home in smithereens, and he'll be like, why? So after the big three finish boxing with each other on some UFC press conference type shit, Loki gets prisoned into the Shield's helicarrier, but as we know, all of this was a ruse as he escaped in the most Looney Tune way possible and locking his brother Thor instead. Loki pressed the button, sending his brother out of the headquarters, but Agent Coulson pulls up with the cannon telling him to back off the contraption, but Loki was looking at him like,
I've got you in my sights.
Stabbing Agent Coulson in the back, making sure he gets his 5 minutes of screen time. But before he died, he shoots the cannon at Loki, sending him flying to where Floyd Mayweather is allergic to reading books. So after Loki escaped the Shield headquarters, Nick Fury got straight to gaslighting, throwing Agent Coulson nostalgic Captain America cards on the table, telling him,
Guess he never did get you to sign them.
Damn.
but the thing is, y'all, them cards were not in his jacket. They were in his locker. He pretty much put fake blood on them. But hey, that gaslighting worked though. The Avengers suited up to put an end to Loki's reign of destruction. But while the Avengers were suiting up, Dr. Selvig starts prepping up to open the portal on top of Stark HQ. But Iron Man pulls up and tries to destroy the portal, but he realized that don't work. And guess where they decided to have this fight at? Ding ding ding, you guessed it, nigga. New York City.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Is this nigga serious?
You know, when it comes to the MCU doing their movies, they love doing them in NYC. Like, we can't catch a break. New York City is gonna be on the list as ground zero. Tony and Loki start chatting with each other, and Loki tells them,
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
crazy comeback by Tony. Loki tries to take out Tony, but it did nothing, so he throws Tony off the building and he calls for his suit and booms Loki away. Thanos, I'm sorry, you picked the wrong guy to take over New York, my guy. So the portal opens up and the Chitauri army wasted no time blasting the streets of New York. Another reason why us New Yorkers can't catch a break when it comes to movies. The only way you going outside is by either collateral damage or becoming a mutant creature. Meanwhile, Loki camps at Stark Tower, just ore farming, basking in his glory like he Eisen, but Big Thor pulled up and tells him, end this chaos or you will catch this ass whooping. But Loki was like, you will not stop me on my quest for immortality, brother. Loki jumps down, blocked the hammer, hits a step back, goes for the head, but misses. Who bro aiming at? Yao Ming? Loki shoots a blast, Thor blocks, and they both clash weapons and destroy the letters of the Stark Tower. Another reason why Loki will never become king or ruler on some Shanik Morris Thor timing. Weeze grabs Thor by the head, slamming him into the glass. Hawkeye and Black Widow see this and was like, free eats. But Hawkeye showed us why he should be a certified stormtrooper, missing every shot and gets boomed in the air. This man Hawkeye is a fraud. Cap in the backseat, shaking like a bag of raisins, hitting the building and crashes down in the middle of the city. So later on, back at the Stark Tower, Thor and Loki are going hit for hit. It's so bad the cameraman is having a hard time keeping the camera still. Thor got Loki hitting the bully pose to let go all of the guilt and pain he suffered. It's too late, brother. This will be mine to rule. Loki stabs Thor with a knife, got bro on his knees, but Thor ate it and was like,
Light work, no reaction.
Thor grabs Loki, kicks him to the ground, picks him up and slams him back down. But before Thor gave Loki the scar treatment, Loki rolls out the tower, lands on the Chitauri carrier, ready to cause more property damage. He is on a killing spree right now. And meanwhile, Cap, Hawkeye, and Black Widow walk down the street seeing this real estate building. Where's Peter Parker when you need him? The Avengers look up at the portal and that thing is moving like how Queso ate the whole block, letting the Chitauri army loose. Now out of these three, they have no powers, just like people who drink Prime being made by two losers. They the Avengers for a fucking reason, because them niggas, they not saving shit. You think the name Godzilla or Kong not gonna show up to New York City and cause massive carnage? The Chitauri soldiers fly around and lay waste to the entire city. Like bro, New York gotta be on the list of states people would never want to be in, let alone live there. So the Chitauri army didn't come to play fair surrounding the Avengers, but they decided to split up and reverse jump these niggas. Hawkeye pulls out the bow and hits a triple combo. Black Widow pulls out a Call of Duty lobby, pistols, covering Captain America and firing at the Chitauri while he jumps off, dodging all the blasts towards him. But Cap knows how to keep Peggy and his niece all at once in these cold entrances. Jumps off the car, hits a front flip and landing and running away. So later on, while Hawkeye and Black Widow are holding off the soldiers, Cat starts moving through the city of New York. Like bro, there is so much destruction in the city, even 12 couldn't know what to do. So Cap pulls up on them and gives them a game plan to get people to safety, but the cops are looking at him like,
who the fuck is that guy?
We are not at DreamCon, dumbass. Why the hell should we listen to your red, white, and blue ass? But Cap decided to show off an ore farm. Cap blocks the blast, hits him with the shield, blocks the blast in a right, hits him with the shield, cuts the Chitauri arm off of his body, giving him the Sasuke treatment and popping him away. So they took Cap's advice and one of the cops was like, someone give this man an extra hot dog with extra cheese on it.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
Now 4 out of the 6 Avengers are putting straight belt while Iron Man and Hulk are just being spectators until Iron Man sprays the flying Chitauri with mad explosives, just tickling him, not a single scratch on him. So Iron Man had to pull how every father goes for the milk and never came back, dipping out of there. So while Tony playing cat and mouse with the Chitauri, Black Widow and Hawkeye continue to put BTA on the soldiers, tripping bro and stabs him in the chest with the arrow while Black Widow turns bro head into mush like Antonio Brown's NFL career. But this next part is where Hawkeye should get the boot from the Avengers. Clint gets tackled down like how Discord mods don't exercise in their lives, but Black Widow wasn't gonna get the same treatment as Hawkeye. Double block, blasting bro, spinning and blasting the other one. Then they got surrounded by an OF girl till Captain America pulled up and make the save. Cap slaps 2 out the way, backhand and a gut shot. But the Chitauri came in clutch as 3 arrived, but Big Dog Thor strikes lightning at them and lands back down. So while the Avengers are coming up with a plan to stop Loki and the soldiers, Bruce Banner pulls up on a motorcycle and they start chatting, but that got interrupted like Shannon Sharp going after the Snow Bunny because Iron Man brought a Chitauri ship right to them and the Avengers were like,
I'm not gonna be here.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
Transforms into the Incredible Hulk and punched the hell out of that ship. This Hulk is way better than the trash ass Hulk we have in the MCU today. That punch was so powerful he flipped the ship, so Iron Man with the assist blasting the ship so the Avengers won't get turned into steak cubes. Now as you can see, the Chitauri soldiers are on the building surrounding the Avengers, and this made me felt disgusted as bro takes off the mask looking like Dabo. Buddy, put the mask back on, you'll be scaring the hoes away. The big Avengers plus Hawkeye stare down the Chitauri army, but we all know out of the 6, 4 of them are gonna give straight belt to the army. And look at Loki, bro, he jealous he ain't got any friends. A grown-ass man acting like an entitled middle schooler. Grow up, my guy. But Thor, I'm sorry, I gotta get on you, bro. You seeing your little brother commit all these crimes in New York and still be like,
It's you! It's you!
I don't know, bro. Their bond as brothers is so confusing, like how every celebrity have a one night stand with Kim K. So the Avengers look up at the portal and Cap initiates his game plan in order to win the war and save New York City. Hawkeye, go up the building and release some of that Coil Ray arrows. Give it all you got, lil bro. Tony, anything gets in your way, turn them niggas into a new flame. No Chris Brown. Thor, use that Raiden Mortal Kombat lightning to close the portal. Natasha, you keep staring at me like that, you getting added to the Rogers family tree. Stay with me and fight the army low key.
And Hulk. Smash.
So after executing their game plan, it's go time. Hulk jumps in, bodies the soldier, jumps to the other building, eats the blast. Finger looking good. No KFC. Smashing the other soldier with a backhand, but the tats Cap gave Hulk, he kinda went a little too far. Chucks a Chitauri through the window, landing, jumps into traffic, and smashing a Chitauri carrier. So while Hulk giving belt to these YN Chitauri soldiers, Thor flies to the building, using lightning to electrify the whole structure, but using the power of thunder, lightning, and Magic Johnson bald head, he blasts the portal and destroying all the carriers of the Chitauri ship. The ship start tweaking out like how Floyd Mayweather sees books in the library, but Thor, he had the powers of the certified god, but when he's told to use it for his ability, he like,
really feel like it.
We cut over to Clint and Tony just chatting. Clint caught a body without even looking. Even though Iron Man is my GOAT, he was used as straight bait. Hawkeye tracks the trail, hitting the LeBron James assist, incinerate the carrier in half, and Iron Man booms them and flies away. And I'm sorry, these Chitauri soldiers have the IQ brain of Nina Lynn, straight brain rot. Chasing Iron Man through the city, but does a juke, making them blow up, and they still chasing him down. All this D-writing is crazy. Go catch some baddies. Tony sees a tunnel and they can't turn a 90-degree angle like Dave Blunt. Goes inside, weaves the blast, and ducks as they go spinning and crashing into the building. Man, the amount of property damage after this war is over, their bill is gonna be in the billions. Shout out to Clint for the callouts though. The residents of New York, on the other hand, thought hiding in the gigantic building would be the perfect spot to camp, right? Wrong, cause Hulk comes through to save the day, jumping mad far and grabbing the ship's mouth and pulling him back down. Bruce don't know his own strength like how Chris Brown treats his girlfriends, pulls the entire ship to the ground, almost wiping out the whole building filled with people. As much as I love my hometown of New York, justice for my city, bro. This place is gonna be listed as ground zero by the end of the day. Tasha weaves, locking her legs around him and zaps him, got bro tweaking but still alive, and she kills him. And the trauma got to Tasha so damn bad she almost boomed Captain America. She needs a deserved vacation after this. Black Widow realized that the only way for the army to stop coming through Earth is to shut down the portal. As she used Cap's shield as a trampoline and jumps on one of the Chitauri scooters, she tried holding on, trying not to fall, but we all know how that went down. Cuts the chain and kicks bro off the ride. The guy driving, however though, didn't know what was happening, gets cut in the back and used as a steering wheel to head over to the Tesseract. And while she on her real still timing, the Chitauri pops out shooting at her, but Iron Man came in clutch, blasting them away, and the ones behind them. Looking at the soldiers, Tony beams them away like a bowling ball, and Cap standing on business fighting the army by himself. Man, things never change these days, do they? Cap slams one, jumps, and a kick as Iron Man blasts Cap's shield, giving an Injustice finisher combo. Tony sees the soldiers on the wall and they are free eats, and he was like,
your time has come. There's no way out of this one.
Flies up, blasting one, move nigga, throws bro off, and two more as Hawkeye shoots the other one down and blocks the blast, but they fucked up big time. Like, did you know he wasn't even in Infinity War? He got benched, lines up a shot, got bro in the head, and they crash onto the ship. The duo in this movie were moving crazy, but Hulk and Thor had to show them boys how it's done. Hulk throws one off, picks up scrap, knocking another soldier off him and slams the other on his back. Hulk treating these boys like seafood. Thor pops up, block in a right into the air, turning around in a Superman punch, knocks the gun away in a backhand, but Hulk and Thor decided to move like Braun and Steph in the dumbest way possible. Hulk slams shrapnel onto the ship and Thor lights it up, causing the ship to crash into a train station. And me seeing this, I was like, what the fuck? These two have the brain of a certified ghostwriter, and when they stand side by side after the damage, Hulk punches him away with no damn hesitation.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
Earth was gonna get turned into a Gotham City war zone as the military pulls up with a purpose. The people are in a hostage situation and bro right here has the bomb. Meanwhile, Cap is pressed on the floor, blocked and a left, knocking bro out. I guess the steroids they ingested into Cap's body got Buddy out here spazzing out. So Cap pulls up to the bank, jumps through the window, and knocked bro out, who was holding the bomb. The other two Chitauri turn around and blast Cap, but he managed to cover. Even though he packed up bro with the bomb, the timer is still ticking down. It's GG's for the people. They're free eats at this point. Cap kicks the table at them, knocks them down, runs in, gut shot in a noogie, throws bro off the balcony. The only thing people can do right now is spectate. Shorty's looking at Cap like they want to feast, but the Chitauri got mad and tried to rip bro's helmet off on some Michael Myers shit. Cap peeps the Chitauri and makes him boom his teammate, committing friendly fire, but the bomb is still counting down and the Chitauri picks it up, throws it at Cap, but he jumps up, blocks it with the shield, but got his stomach turned into Aisha Curry food making and lands on a car. Cap gets up and sees all the damage and carnage he and his crew caused, but if y'all remember back in Civil War, he didn't give two fucks on how Sokovia showed how the carnage they caused. We cut back to Black Widow doing the same thing, nothing new, until Loki blasting at her to prevent her from reaching the Tesseract. She calls for help, and Clint, being the #1 bestie that he is to her, stepped in, shoots the arrow, and Loki grabs it. Hey, maybe I take back what I said. He may be like that. Watching this as a teen, I knew from the jump Thanos sent the wrong dude. If anything, if I could have chose who had a better chance to take over Earth, it's Nebula. Loki lands on Stark Tower and so does Black Widow, but for Loki, it was raps for bro. As he tried to stand up, Hulk tackles him through the glass and pushes him to a wall, and we get one of the most hilarious ass whooping of all time. Roll the clip.
I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that. Puny god.
Thanos, this your mans you chose to take over the Earth?
Teach a man how to squabble.
Look at Loki, bro, speechless, like his soul snatched from his body, pulling to the Tesseract, and Dr. Selvig tells her to close the portal is to use Loki's scepter. Thor packing up the soldiers, but out of nowhere, a Chitauri ship pops out, destroying an entire building into smithereens. Bro tried to laser him, but that didn't work. But Iron Man showed us why he is the GOAT and just built different. He flies in, head on with the ship, going through the mouth to blow up the ship from the inside.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT!
So after destroying the ship, Iron Man gets blasted away, crashed through the bus station, and bounced off a taxi into a pile of King Cudi music.
But anywho,
Hawkeye takes his arrow, jumps off and shooting a grappling arrow, breaking through the glass and landing. So everybody is laid out except Hulk giving BTA. But the moment he turned around and sees an entire army above him, it was wrapped. They start spraying, but he just takes it like a good boy on some yandere type shit. And Iron Man is getting jumped like how he got jumped back in Civil War. He blasts 3 away, bro grabs him and falls off as Tony flies away. Cap and Thor are hanging for dear life until Cap gets shot in the stomach, and Thor decided to play dirty, punching a car, knocking out every single one of them. We cut over to Black Widow using the scepter to turn off the machine. So like 20 minutes ago, the council decided to nuke New York City.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
Man, there is nothing to save anymore, bro. Ain't Cardi B and Nice Space Music from here? Iron Man gets a call from Nick Fury to stop the nuke, so Iron Man grabs it on his back and carries it through the city and towards the portal. Tony flies into outer space, starts passing out, and blows up everything. Meanwhile, on the ground, all the Chitauri soldiers and ships got turned off and fall in the middle of the city. The portal closes with Tony barely escaping it and falls down from the sky. And Thor was gonna save him, but Hulk jumps in, catches him, and lands in the middle of the city. Tony is knocked out and the Avengers are mourning, but Hulk screams at him to wake up. But the people of New York, however, they gotta figure out how to get their refund after all this carnage. But the Avengers were like,
I think we ain't done yet.
You personally?
I think we ain't done yet.
Loki tries to crawl away after the ass whooping he suffered earlier from Hulk, but when he turned around, the Avengers pulled up with murder on their mind and they retire him. That's it. The Avengers won. Too bad the citizens and business owners aren't gonna make any money to repair, that is, of course, New York.